Right, everyone. WeaponCollector here. Right, I'm on time for once. I keep thinking I've forgotten something, but I know what it is. I haven't got my coffee. I'll just show. There's the empty mug there. Don't forget to get your merchandise in. If you ever wanted to support this channel, I've got merchandise. If you want to get some of that, you get something with my logo on it and all that. Not just that though. T-shirts if you want them, and not just these two designs either. There's also stickers that you can get if you're interested in those. And other things, hoodies and bags and no end of stuff. Towels, I think, sheets, banners. Yeah. I might as well say it while I'm here. Also, if you ever want to support me, there's a Patreon account, and for $1 a month, 79p a month, you can get your name on there, so you can sort of advertise your channel that way. It'll be on every single video I do. Shows up better on the normal videos with a better camera. You can do one-off PayPal donations if you want. You just have to email me and talk to me about it. Merchandise, which I showed you. And there's also, if you shop at amazon.co.uk, amazon.com, eBay, UK eBay, and GearBest, if you shop at any of those places, use my links that I have on all my videos to go to that website, then bookmark it, right? And then every single time you buy something, I'll get some money out of it at no extra cost to you. So that way you can support me without really having to do anything at all, but I'm buying stuff you want to anyway. Quite a few people do it, and it really helps actually to fund videos, you know, getting stuff to torture that bastard with. Stuff like that. But yeah, it costs money, and I don't have ads on my videos, so I don't actually make any money to buy that kind of stuff, you know, like his armor and, you know, that helmet was a gift, but that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you would just go on eBay, buy whatever you want, you know, or Amazon, you could buy shopping on there if you wanted to, and I would get something from 7 to 10% of what you spend. Doesn't add on anything to you. Yeah, I'll just get a commission for getting you on the websites, basically. Right, I'll come over to the chat now. Bollocks, that's disappeared. Right, hang on. Right, when I'm on, I'll let you know. Right, wait a minute. Disappeared. Always does this. Right, there it is. Yeah, it disappeared. Oh, hang on. I better turn my speakers down. I don't know if you were getting any feedback then. Shouldn't have been. And that thing where I had, you know, I had that weird fuck up last time. I may have worked out a way to stop that now. What it was is there's this thing on my computer called, let me have a look. I've looked into it. svchost.x, and at some points randomly it will come on, start trying to do something, and it will pretty much use all my RAM. So I've got the resource monitor on, so if that happens I can just turn it off, stop it. Right, let's see who's on then. So Michael, Rob, Ginner or Ginner, Tim, Sam, I'm the Typer, Video Base, Rich, Liam, Alex, Zed. Who else we got? Tony, Iron Man, Will, Alex. Right, let me do the pop-up chat and then I'll be on properly now. Turn this around. I ain't got a coffee today, I've just drunk one, so I thought I'd better not have another one. Right, let me get on to live chat. Yeah, so just use your old chats, talk about whatever you want. Yeah, I'm all right. Everyone asking. Yeah, do you want that, Peach? Yeah, I can put what do you want? What do you want on that? Do you want video base on there? The funny thing is, I hadn't even crossed my mind. Yes, yeah. Whatever you change your name to, let me know, and I'll put it on there. I hadn't even thought about that, to be honest. Right, I can't see any questions, so I'm just going to yeah, everyone likes a bit of butter, man. Definitely, mate. I don't know. There's no yeah, don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Right, yeah. Cobb, you right, mate? Sam said, I'm getting ready to post a video to reply to Jack Striker. Evidently the truth gets censored from remarks. What one was that, Sam? Was it the electromagnetic stuff or whatever it was? I did watch Jack's video on that. But to be honest, a lot of that kind of stuff goes over my head because I don't look into it. But yeah, is that the one? That kind of stuff. Alex said, you know, and bears we killed, we made about 30 coats. Oh, the bears you was hunting, yeah. 30 coats and 20 pair of gloves. Nice. Will said, any upcoming builds? Actually, I've got them sat right here, ready to show you. A gift from Richard Weaponsmith. I'll show you the two little ones first. So these are, because we wanted to do something different, didn't we, Rich? These are made of iron, so they're going to be like traditional iron. They are iron, aren't they, Rich? I'm not being stupid there, am I? Iron knives and a sword, basically. So old, you know, Iron Age type stuff, I suppose. So we've got and I'm going to finish these off. So he made the basic blades for me, and I'm going to finish them. So you've got what I call a sort of bushcraft type knife there. That will have a handle and sharpened and stuff like that. Wrought iron. Yeah. So Richard made these, and I'm going to finish them off. He made them so that I could finish them. Do videos on them, but I'll do proper videos soon. So there's that one, and then we got a sea axe. So actually, I could show you the handle I may put on that little bushcraft one, Rich. This, look at this for a colour handle. What do you think of that? That'd make a nice handle, I think, wouldn't it? On that sort of bushcraft one. Right, Count Orlock. Yeah, the sea axe. I ain't got a clue what I would do with the handle for that. Maybe something very traditional. And then the best one of all, which I can't fucking wait to do. That. Look at that beauty. Now that is lovely, I think. Yeah, can't wait, Rich. Thank you, by the way. Well, I have said thank you, haven't I? But it's not on video. I need to find the little tip protector now, or thing to protect me from the tip. There it is. What did that? Did I show it properly? It was all in frame, wasn't it? I didn't show it properly. I'll show it again. Just ask me, anyone. Yeah, I'll read all the comments. I'm just doing something at the minute. Dinner Gamer. No, I'm not sure. I don't think so, mate. Don't take that as any offence. I get a lot of people on here. Dinner Gamer. I don't think so. When I read the name you said, did you say your old account? He said, I have a new channel. It's who asked you to make, Sharp Eagle and that. Oh, nice. Now yes. Yes, all right. Now I do, mate. Yes, I do remember it now. Yeah. I hadn't read that comment properly. Sam said, about the woman's rapes not being investigated. Don't want to be political. Oh, I've not watched that yet then, Sam. I didn't actually know about that one. You can be mildly political because I know you're not doing it to sort of bore me. So, yeah. But, yeah, big political discussions. I can't join in properly because I don't know enough about it and it starts to bore me. You know what I mean? But, no, that's fine. You can sort of, you know what I mean? I was just cleaning my hands then because there's a bit of residue on them blades. Alex said about when we sold them, we made £5,000. Fucking hell, that's good, Alex. I've just said that looks lovely. They look lovely, don't they? Actually, I can't wait to get working on them. Then said enjoyed the bottom video club vid, Mike. Zombie is a great actor. You can tell him yourself there. Zombie, he said you're a great actor. Rich said, yeah, the red looks nice, friend. I think that would look all right, wouldn't it? I bought that for something else. It was just HDP for a test. But I bought it. I thought I'd get an unusual colour just because it would look better. Now I thought, fuck that. I've got a scrap bit of... This bit can be for the tests. That'll be for handles. or whatever. Iron Man Spartan said, Mike, did you know you can make armor from aluminium foil? Only from you mentioning it the other day on Liam's stream. But no, I didn't. But I suppose it's no different than actual aluminium, isn't it? Because a plate of aluminium. Do you know what I mean? That's all the aluminium foil is, I suppose. You're just compressing it into an aluminium plate, really, aren't you? Folded aluminium plate, essentially, I suppose. Then I said, what do you think the impact of the new online knife sales will be, Mike? Do you know what? Then I'm not really sure. It's a very confusing one because right now it's not actually made a difference to anything, has it? I think it'll just mean you got to pay. It'll end up being you have to pay 10 quid extra to show someone at the fucking door your driving license. That's what I think it'll be. Or if they won't do that, you pay about the normal, but you'd have to go at the post office. That's what I think. Unless you mean what will it affect companies? Yeah, I bet it will. I bet it will fuck some companies up because some of them probably rely on the fact that they do cheap postage to get good sales. And if you start having to add more postage, less customers, isn't it? Dad said those are cool gifts. You'll have a lot of fun finishing those off. Yeah, I can't wait actually because they're lovely. They're lovely blades in the first place, you know. And the good thing of Rich, because he knows about putting handles on and stuff like that. He's done it so that they'll be ready to go on, rather than when you get a blade from somewhere else where it's factory done. The handle's a bit more difficult to put on. Where these have sort of been perfectly done just to less work, basically, you know what I mean? Full tangs and all that kind of things. Irishman, you right, mate? What would you call that last blade, Rich? What is that big blade? What is that? I know it's a short sword, but has it got a specific name? But it's double-edged as well, so it's fucking lovely, I tell you, because I'd say he knows me, he listens. It's pretty much a giant Fairbairn Sykes, pretty much, isn't it? Sam said, yeah, I posted a reply to Jack's comments. It was immediately taken down. Posted it as a reply to a generic comment taken down as well. Truth hurts, I guess. I'll check that out later. I did not know about that. I've not been on YouTube at all tonight and at all today because I had people around my house. So that's why I missed Liam's stream earlier and everything. Liam Weapons and Stuff said, I think medical experiments would be less of a waste. Use them to test dangerous drugs on them, not innocent animals. And that was on about rapists. Yeah, good point. Alex said, we went to a village after there was a misfire of a gun. Someone shot their finger off. It was amazing because he was a dickhead to me. Dinner said, can you please watch Sharp's Golden Eagle and try to make it this week? I'll have a look into that. I'll write that down, mate. Let me find my pen. There's only so much I can do, but because I am quite restricted. But I'll have a look. Then I said, just zero in the red back in the back garden. Love these bright nights. Saying about nights, I got sent this today. Actually, it's probably my first review item of the year. Fucking expensive these are, which makes me struggle to be able to sell them for them, but they're fucking decent. These Olight gun mounts. That'll go on my one of my crossbows. They've sent me the Olight Valkyrie PL Pro. Really fucking decent that is. It's got a fucking instant strobe on it and everything. 1,500 lumens, and they've also sent me the mount so that you can, like the pistol grip mount, so you can just squeeze the grip. You know what I mean? Will said they look great. Definitely a few nice projects for you and John, but to crack on with. Definitely will be good, won't it? Then we're just saying to Rich, beautiful craftsmanship. I'll tell you what's lovely. If you see it in person, I'll tell you, absolutely lovely. Can't all look. So yeah, I might be making a trench club. How hard can it be? Yeah, not that hard, mate. Yeah, go for it. Irishman said, looks like a medieval short sword arm as well. That's it. I think that's what it is. Yeah, Rich will say. Rich said he can't remember the name of the short sword off the top of my head, but it looks. But if you look up Iron Age swords on Google, you'll see something similar. Yeah, I'm not massive on my sword names, but I know what I like, and he knows what I like. So, Marcus, you right, mate? How are you? I should make a shield with that sword and a suit of armor, and while you're at it, build a car and a house. I'm going to build some shields soon. Actually, I need to get the Patreon money up a bit to be able to buy some plywood. I'm going to make some plywood shields because they'll protect you from pretty much anything you encounter in average day. You know what I mean? Same thing. It would protect you from anything that a right shield could protect you against. You know what I mean? John T2, you're right. Yeah, I read. I don't know if these would count all look quite easy. A lot of them were just large pieces of branch with barbed wire. Yeah, exactly. If you look at the old World War One stuff, right, Rob? Yeah, that's it. Give us a like, everyone. Will said, knife sales bans, porn site bans. What's going on in the world? Oh no, it's fucking mad, isn't it? Leonard said the O-light looks to bollocks, Mike. Great for impromptu night shooting. Yeah, I must admit these are probably the best fucking things you can get for a gun light, but it's probably over 100 quid, sadly. So it's difficult for me to sell them to people because people come to me for the budget stuff. But it's still a good bonus, and I'll still make the videos for them. You know what I mean? Pete said just got home. Yeah, Pete, message me properly about that. Yeah, I can. What you gonna do then? Change because you got your Peachonate name on there. Yeah, what do you want on there? I can put any name on there you want. Oh fuck's sake, Peach! I've washed my hands, you bastard. Oh, I have to put a sock on my hand. I've run out of me fucking It's because they got a bit of residue on them. I don't want to then accidentally wipe it in my eyes or something. You know what I mean? Standing with a fucking sock on my hand now. Look at that beauty. I look like one of those blokes with the white gloves on, don't I? In a museum. No, I don't have a special sock. They're not these. I know exactly what you would have called that sword in the Iron Age. A sword, what they'd have called it. Yeah. Well, Alex said, you know that short sword, the Romans had blades like that, mate. Ginner said, my brother goes poaching with his air rifle, no shit. But when I went with him on a field at like 12 and at the top there was a wood at the top, we went in, tried to pigeons. I'm going to have to write this in 2 bits. Right, I'll wait 45 seconds for your reply then. Marcus said to Leonard, a bit shook up, mate. Still thinking about that poor little deer you wanted to eat. One man said, I saw a documentary about medieval European knights versus samurais. Who would win? I said a knight. Yeah, probably. I'm not too much up on that, but probably the knight. Wouldn't the knight probably have more armor and probably a better sword potentially? I don't know. I thought I missed a comment earlier from Liam. Oh, they are. Weapons off. So you are now an expert on nuclear physics now then, Mike? Yes, I am. So I thought I'd missed that, Liam. Yes, I am now. Although I have read about it before. But yeah, a lot of it goes over your head, don't it? But fucking fascinating. I even got onto a bit on Wikipedia about they found some places around the world where there'd been natural nuclear fission going on. Yeah. There's only like 12 places in the world it's ever happened. Yeah. I don't get it totally, but yeah, very interesting though. John said, I saw a certain PM was going to resign. Yeah, that's happened, mate. Alex said, now all the bear meat that we could eat, not eat because of the disease, we used it for fish. We fed them 30 people. Nice. Oh, you 30 people with a fish. Nice. Yeah, that sounds good. No thought, right, mate? I'm going to listen on your headphones, are you? Zed said, not if bumbling Boris replaces it, won't. Yeah. Yeah, it won't. It never gets better here anyway, does it? Then I said, need to get a Warhammer mounted, mate. Well, I've got a plan. The only thing was, I had the perfect fucking idea And then I realised, sadly, that I was going to mount it here, but my head might keep touching it. So I'm going to have to think about that. I'll have a think. Although I don't put my head back that far anyway. But that's where I was going to have it. And I was going to have a plaque with it hanging on, maybe with some red and black diagonal tape, whatever that, you know, like that hazard tape. And it's saying in case of zombies. And then I thought, is that a good idea? No, you know. But the zombie thing is only zombie knives, not zombie weapons. So, but yeah, I think I still will. Either that, or I'll have to wait till I get the wood and put it on that board there. Because I'm going to put a board there where that coat is and that. Move that shit. Put another. I used to have a display there. Marcus said the samurai would move quicker. Yeah, that's a good point, actually, Marcus. That's what I mean. I without putting too much thought into it, the more people might have ideas, yeah, I might change my mind. But yeah, the samurai definitely would be able to move quicker, wouldn't they? Pete said, had to yell at a 60-year-old today. His Opinel is not okay to carry. And what specs need to be legal carry. Yeah, got a nice one. Yeah, I bet there's a lot of people who don't know. I bet there's a hell of a lot of people who don't know right now that the fucking weapons are banned. Ron said he looks like a soup sandwich. Said there he is, sat there with his armour on, staring up at the weapons, dreaming about them. Iron Man's Martin did my next build would be a Warhammer. I highly recommend it, mate. I'm well happy with that one I did. Probably one of my favourite things to use now. Dad said he's an idiot about Boris Johnson. Weapons Off said, what does the British optimist say? Things can't possibly get any worse. I did read that right, didn't I? Yeah. That's me, it fucked them up. Count said, we'll endure as we always have. Then said to Peach, a lot of police don't know how an Opinel works. Worth bluffing it. I carry number 7 quite a lot. Yeah, you're right. You know, I know a lot of but not now. I haven't had any encounters with police for years, but I know quite a few don't know. Because that's the thing. That's why you can end up getting nicked for something that is legal because they don't know. And in the other way, you can get away with something that is because they don't know. Alex said, my next build is my wall to stop Brexit fans from touching my precious European flags. Joke, Russia for life, motherfuckers. Marcus said, yeah, double negative almost to Liam. Dad said, count all up. Personally, I much prefer thriving over enduring. Don said, Mike, 39, found impaled whilst in bed this morning with his weapon board, got bumped. That's why my bed's there. I'm not there. Yeah, that's why it ends, just there. No, luckily, I think in that board is at least 16 4 to 6 inch bolts, because I ain't having that fucking thing fall off of me, I tell you. Yeah. Right. Sam said, I'm back, just recorded my reply to Jack. Bremner's Ghost, right, mate? He's behind me, Liam. You see him there? He was behind me all along. Zed said the knight would win. His armour would be much better. They could move pretty well in medieval armour as well. The samurai armour, quite a few gaps that could be exploited. Iron Man said, I can see the hammer, Mike. Can you? Yeah. If I knock that wire again, that's your fault. He's always making me do this. Oh, and also, Iron Man, I don't believe you. You've seen this before. Right, let me get the better view so I can actually see what I'm doing in real time. If you can get one of these hammers, they're fucking brilliant for this. Don't need to have a cap on the end. It just my bit of metal just happened to have it anyway. Because do you know why? Because that was the remnants of one of the buttons that they made illegal. So I thought, I'm not getting rid of everything. Why not turn it into something that's legal? Right, I'll let you know when I'm back. Right, back now. Zed said this is because the samurai were very fond of using bows. Oh, what's that? The gaps in their armor. Yeah, and a lot of their armor wasn't really or wasn't even metal, was it? Marcus said to Zed, a knight off his horse would be useless. Yeah, I thought there was more to that. Guinness said, and then we hear dogs and people, so we're running down the cornfield with a dog and a farmer after us. Oh, and at the end of the field, he got his knife out just in case. And he cut himself. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I was saying about that. That reminded me of a dream. Liam, I've started having strange Chernobyl nightmares. All I can remember is waking up from this dream and someone with an extremely burnt face and burnt out eyes. And I can't remember the rest, but it woke me up. Yeah, that probably doesn't help that I spent an hour looking at real radiation burns online as well. See what they really look like. Weapons officer, samurai armor used a lot of thin metal. Oh, it did have metal and wood, didn't it? A knight with a pole axe and a warhammer would have no issue caving it in. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it, Iron Man? I'm very happy with that. And as a weapon goes, these are they're brilliant. Such hard hitting things. Levi, you right, mate? AK-47, yeah. Alex said medieval armor is as heavy as my belly, and that weighs 6 tons. Zed said part 1, sorry mate, but you are wrong about that. Medieval armor was designed so that they could move very well in it. Yeah, I have seen videos of people wearing medieval armor, and they can run, as fast as a bloke can run normally, can't they? Don said, and the Japanese only really had a few weapons for armor, whereas Europeans had arrows for it. I can get an old hammer to do that soon. Mark said, weapons of a knight with no horse, lumbering mess. Can't all look to fuck it, I've been paid. Gonna buy a Bowie knife. Nice one, mate. I'm tempted to start EDCing this at the minute, although I could never really get into this one. It's a lovely big knife, big folder, but something about it, I don't know. I think it's because it's not quite one-handed. It's got a flip a bit that don't really flip. I do prefer this one still. Iron Man said that warhammer is designed to penetrate knight's armor. Yeah, that's it. Then said Mike, I have a few Tramontina machetes with no sheaths. Can you do a video on that and make one? Yeah, I'll do that because I'm probably gonna have to do some soon. I'll do some videos on budget sheaths for things. Weapons after those nightmares are infectious. Yeah, definitely. Does anybody want to do me a favour and copy and translate Levi's comment then? I'll be answering. Guinness said we're shot. Can't all look at it. Really comes down to skill of two combatants. Yeah, I suppose that does make a hell of a difference. Pete said I turned my flick knife into an auto fork. Good idea. Why not? Makes it legal, don't it? Tim said that Chernobyl series is awesome, very accurate. I've only watched one episode of it so far, and the old BBC one, and both of them I thought were brilliant. Well worth watching, aren't they, Tim? Where'd that go? John said, Leonard, you can press some PVC into one. Yeah. Remner's Ghost said medieval armour weighs about the same or less than modern infantryman carries. Noodles, you right, mate? Alex says, shit, my door just fell off and it's 9 p.m. I'm in the UK at the moment, temporary housing. The chavs everywhere I am. I'm a slave or Slav. And the fuck my larder and tracksuit bottom. John said the machete sheaves are cheap online. Yeah, I think he just wants to make one, John. I know what you mean. You can just buy one, but why not make one? You can make it to your own standards. That gets me doing a video. I know what you mean. He could just go online, buy one for £1, but then he won't be able to do it how he wants, and I wouldn't be able to make a video. Marcus had to T2. All right, bud. I was at Teg's Nose Country Park today. T2 had been looking at getting a van and taking it back to to the bare shell, then convert it into a camper. Has anyone done this on it? I've not, but I might do that one day. That's a slave, not a slave. That's what I thought. Richard said, depends on the weapons. If both the knight and the samurai were both wearing the best arm for their times, both using sidearms, the katana would struggle to get into weak spots of the medieval armor. I might as well. Have you ever had a demonic dream with distorted voices? Makes my spine go. No, I don't think I have. I'm not that I can remember. Remnant's Ghost said, check out Night Fight. I've seen that. Well, I've seen it on there, but I've not watched it. Dad said part 2, the myth that it was really heavy comes from some later tournament armors. Samurai armor was well made and effective, where it was, that is. Yeah, exactly. And the things it was up against in that country, it would be easily crushed or pierced. Don said, my machete sheaves, thin plywood, riveted and glued together. Yeah, that's what I mean, John. I was gonna do some soon. I might do like 3 or 4 different kind of sheaves people can do for things. Guinness said, right, have a good one. Don't shit yourself, Mike, tonight. Then it only will kill you fucking hell. See you later. That's what you're saying. See you later, Guinness. Then I said, count all of. I've got myself an Anglo-armed Dundee bow for 25 quid from Springfields. It's all right. I said, got to go. I'm getting butt fucked by a bottle of Tesco's vodka. See you later. Count all up. So when I was a kid, I had a dream that a shark from Finding Nemo was chasing me and my parents. Too busy eating salads to help me. Yeah, that is proper weird. Yeah, my one, you know, when they sort of disappear straight away. It was one of those. But all I can remember is, I'm sure it had like burnt out eyes and burnt face. It's more expensive than the Ontario SP10 here, so I'll get an SP10. Yeah, that's a proper strange dream though. Sam said to T2, I saw a Chevy Econoline van driving down the road today for sale, $1,700. I was thinking the exact same thing. I would love to do that, but it's just getting it and all that. You know, and then running it's the other problem. Iron Man Spartan said, have you seen the medieval battles they do, full contact with real armour? No show stuff. I've never watched it, Iron Man. I've seen of it, though. I've never watched it. In fact, I think I was looking at my recommendations yesterday and saw those in it, because some of them even do them in like a ring, in like a boxing ring, don't they? That's a part 3. Another reason the heavy armour myth is due to the Italian contadori from the 14th century. Read up about them. They're a real con artists. T2 said, Marcus, I will have to pay that visit without the dog. Then said, what day are you doing the next movie club, mate? I'm halfway through Who Dares Wins. Great film. Well, Sunday, hopefully, but the problem is I've noticed every single Sunday I never get to do it. So I may make the film club Mondays now. It's supposed to be Sundays, though, then, but should have mine just here. Yeah, supposed to be Mondays. That Sunday, sorry, but it will probably end up being Mondays now because I never get fucking time on a Sunday. I have to cook the Sunday dinner. There's people here all day, so they're sort of chatting about, like, and that would all be in the background. Or I've got it's a bit rude me coming up here doing a video. Do you know what I mean? While people are here, but yeah. Hopefully Sunday, most probably Monday, and maybe even Tuesday. But yeah, I've said I doubt 3.6 rotogans could actually burn someone's face like that, to be honest. It's interesting, isn't it? The bits when they're looking into the fucking reactor day, I fucking love that bit. I don't know why. In both of them, you know, the old one as well. It's fascinating because there's probably only 2 people who have ever done that in the history of fucking Earth. Looked into the fucking center of a fucking burning reactor. I know it's just a TV program. It's not actually showing you something real, but yeah, it's fascinating. You know what I mean? Right, Tumbo. Can't all look, so they say WeaponCollector has a third arm. He uses only giving thumbs up. So I need a little thing just to come up every now and then. Remnants goes to a quality film. No, that's the thing. Yeah, they don't get to, and they're dead now. That's what I forgot to actually say, Liam. Yeah, and now they're dead. So yeah, yeah, the only people who have ever looked into a burning fucking reactor, yeah, are dead as well. So yeah, fascinating thing. But yeah, that gets me. That does it. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, and you can't live to tell the tale either. Impossible. T2 said, who dares wins epic film? Yeah, watch my you watch my film clubs, don't you? That'll be on the film club soon. I'll have to sit there dressed as one of them. Weapons and stuff said Monday suits me better anyway as working Sunday. Yeah, I reckon they're gonna be Mondays now, Liam. As you said, it suits people better, and yeah, I never get to bloody do them on a Sunday anyway. Then I said he's missing your uploads, Tumbo, and then he said you should have something soon, Larry. Yeah, how are you feeling now, Tumbo? I know you're bit of ill health. I won't say any more than that unless you want to mention it yourself. Do you know what I mean? But then, by the way, the TV series of Tremors is on YouTube at the moment, just in case anyone's interested. Oh, nice. A Slingshot Warrior on? No, I didn't know. Yeah, is it? Yeah, nice. Sam said you sure it's an arm. Fucking mutated, fucking whatever it is, if it's not. Rooms off said makes me cringe thinking of all that radiation going through them. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Liam. Yeah, it's because I like they look at what do they look at for 30 seconds? Turn around, their face is already going red. It's a hell of a weird, something that can do that to you without any, like even why I like it so much. While I was looking it up, because something that can just pretty much destroy you like that without any feeling of it happening. Really bizarre. Show how powerful that shit is as well. Count Orlog said, well, it's what you're implying. I'd suggest he sees a doctor. Yeah, I ain't been messing around any nuclear reactors for have something growing on me. Tom said it happens hanging around the wrong pubs. Tumbo said, I'm on the mend, thanks, Mike. Ankles are fucked for life. Oh, that's a shame, Tumbo. Hopefully they'll have some medical fucking breakthroughs soon. That's what I always think. You got to live in hope. Not Z said, I looked into crematorium oven while some poor bugger was being overcooked. That's the nearest I've come to reactor. Yeah. Fascinating stuff though. Count Orlok said, the right pub, or the right pub if you're into that. Richard said, need to call the coal supplier on Tuesday. My coal should have been delivered by Friday. Bloody 800 other company. Oh, you still ain't got that then, Rich? Yeah, that does sound annoying. Marcus said, get a bag of nutty slack. Then I said to Tumbo, what's best to use on my crossbow string? I use beeswax. I'm using beeswax just now. I said, yeah, only reason they said, can you touch metals because of the burning graphite and uranium. Radiation is invisible, odorless, and tasteless. Yeah, it can kill you. Scary stuff. Yeah, it is absolutely fucking fascinating. Last night, I like doing a bit of a Wikipedia fucking binge sort of thing. Because when you're reading about sciencey kind of stuff, you can, if you read about celebrities on Wikipedia, there can be no end of bullshit or politicians and that. But the sort of sciencey kind of stuff, it's going to be sort of proper. But yeah, I went from nuclear reactors to nuclear fission to natural nuclear fission to fucking how they store nuclear waste. In them casket things, and then the underwater stuff, and how if you don't constantly pull water in, it can boil the water off and all. Yeah, fascinating stuff, really. And like I said, some of it goes over your head, especially how it works. But yeah. We're talking about Chernobyl, essentially, if anyone wondered. And stuff related to that. Weapons I've said the wind scale fire documentary called Our Reactor is on Fire. Pretty interesting as well. I'll look into that. Message me that on Twitter. Yeah. I only watched one episode last night because I wanted to watch more, but it was sort of, that was enough, if you know what I mean. I'll watch another one tonight, I reckon. Tumbo said, beeswax is what I use, Leonard. Not found anything better, mate. It's cheap as well, isn't it, Tumbo? I think I've never bought any beeswax yet, but I've been recommended by quite a few people. I just never got around to getting any. But it's cheaper in the long run, and it works just as good. Tim said to weapons and stuff, have you seen the pile of gas masks left on the floor in the school near Chernobyl? Weapons, I said, yeah, lots were dumped apparently by looters who cracked the crates open looking for valuables. Mark said, those depleted uranium tanks are pretty scary. Yeah, it's fascinating stuff, isn't it, Marcus? I think I was reading about it for at least an hour and a half last night after watching one episode of Chernobyl. But I've read about all that before. Because the sarcophagus on Chernobyl's interesting and all that. Just an interesting thing, isn't it? You know, if you cook some food using a reactor, would it be fish and chips? Nice ones out. So that's why I like your jokes, then, because they're relevant. Carl said, have you seen the guy in Japan who survived the meltdown? It's pretty horrible. No, I've not seen that. Soviet schools were built with a basic fallout shelter, including gas masks in the basement. Ah, right. Tumbo said, don't buy it from archery shops. Much cheaper on eBay than candle supplies. Yeah, I'll be honest. Anything from the fucking archery shops is fucking extortionate, isn't it? That's the problem with I love my fucking crossbows, and I wouldn't mind getting into bows more, but for what they are, arrows and bolts are fucking expensive, aren't they? And how you can break one instantly. But yeah, I think that's what I looked at, Dumbo, the sort of eBay stuff. Remember I said the Chernobyl nuclear power plant succeeded in its 5-year plan for heat output in less than 1 second. T2 said to Leonard, I use beeswax on my recurve and bare bowstrings. Then said to Marcus, it is the one where they hit a tank and it sucks the occupants into the exit hole. Or is that the one, sorry? What was you saying, Marcus? Oh, no, yeah, that's what I read, yeah. That's all right. I'm getting confused now. I've never heard of that thing, Leonard. That sounds interesting. Cheers, Liam. Let's just come up. Yeah, then there's the notification on my phone. Has everyone been liking the stream? Don't forget to buy your merchandise. No one's bought anything for over a month. Where am I going to get my pocket money from? Yeah, there'll be a review for that coming up soon. That arrived today, saying that I must message them to say that it arrived. Marcus said, not sure about that, mate. I just heard the shells were super penetrative. And it's sad. Yeah, that's what I'm using, mate. Just wondering if it was okay. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, the beeswax, yeah. I said, sent you an Alpha Piper documentary as well. They were talking about that the other day. But yeah, it's fascinating stuff. You know, as I said, you can't understand all of it. But I like that kind of stuff. I used to watch a lot of you'd be surprised some of the stuff I'd watch that people wouldn't expect, I don't think. But BBC 4 documentaries on that kind of stuff. Not actually, you know, like nuclear fission kind of stuff, or like the fucking you know, how the fucking universe was created and all that. I love all that kind of stuff because it's fucking fascinating and bizarre. And these fucking atoms that I'm gonna talk about this completely wrong, but there's these atoms that only do stuff. What was it? It's they only do stuff when you're looking at them, or they only do stuff when you're not looking at them. Some weird shit like that. Someone will know what that is. Bremner's Ghost said, loving the stream, better than Ghosties My missus has on telly. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it, mate. Count all up said, what weapon would you love to have in your collection? About 200 knuckle dusters, probably. Yeah. Shitloads of trench knives and knuckle dusters and brass knuckles, but they're illegal now. So. Solid gold knuckle duster, how's that? So instead of brass knuckles, gold knuckles. Krylon, right, mate? He said you can get. I think I am on about theoretical and quantum physics, Liam. But yeah, I'd even watch things like that on fucking BBC Four. Krylon said you can get beeswax from toilet bowl rings, the kind in the hardware and plumbing section. Oh, nice. Yeah, good idea. Sam said, my reply video to Jack just finished uploading. Have a look when you have time, gents. Hopefully it stays up. I like my comments. Yeah, I'll look at that later. Sam should have a few videos to watch tonight. As he's saying that, I did get time to come on. An hour before, I came on and I watched Liam's stream. And when that finished, it was 9:15. But yeah. Then I don't know why they call it pocket money. I've never had any money stay in my pocket for very long. That's it, isn't it? Who knows? Mine would have to be called draw money. That sounds even worse now. That sounds like drug money. Brendan said count all up. Mine would be a Bren gun or a locker bar axe. I had a deactivated Bren gun once. Look on my videos, look at Bren gun, you'll see it on there. Then I said to Marcus, my mate did a couple of tours and that's what he said. I'd be wrong, Sam. Sam would know. Tumber said, yeah. Do round, strike, suck the occupants out of a hole, smaller than saucer. Brendan said, you're on about theoretical and quantum physics. I think I was, Liam. Watched Prince of Darkness earlier, which is actually a horror film based on that. Yeah, I've got a nice HD version. I've seen it before, you know what I mean? But is that what that's based on? I've never registered that. Cutlass sword, mate. Yeah, Rich. Yes, yeah. If someone asked me what weapon I would like in my, it'll probably change every single time, whatever's fresh in my brain. Yeah, nice cutlass, definitely, Rich. Yeah. Then said to Tumbo, nice one, mate. I heard a few stories about that. Tim said to Marcus, depleted uranium is a super heavy metal, very strong. There's a controversy about the radiation that they still give off, affecting and mutating the locals where they were used. Cameron said to Leonard and Marcus, I've never heard of them sucking someone out of an exit hole, but they are nasty. Yeah, something's going on in my because I don't know what you lot are talking about now. Someone that's going to explain to me. Because I thought we was on about something completely different. I was anyway. Right, Donna. You're on about some depleted uranium kind of shells, aren't you? Shot from a tank, I'd assume. I don't know. That's all I can gather. Timber said, reminds me of a joke when I was at school. Don't go to Ukraine on holiday. Chernobyl will fall off. I didn't fuck that one up either. You're right, Timber. I used to know a girl who kept money in her drawers. She didn't half walk funny. Bremner's Ghost, I love the Bren Gun Simulator at Royal Armouries Leeds. The SMLE and Vickers Sims I'm into. Spent a fortune on them. What is it? Something you can sort of shoot, can you? Fucking hot tonight, isn't it? And about where you are is here. Finally caught up with a fucking stream. Yeah, people asking about builds. There's loads of shit coming. I just got to get time to fucking do them, basically. I've still got 3 or 4 knives to put handles on, not including those ones. I've got to do some covert body armor. 3 things Rich sent me, loads. Pete said was taking a dump. Reynolds goes, I like an arcade using deactivated weapons. Oh, that sounds good, that does. Yeah, muggy. Yeah, muggy tonight, man, isn't it? Yeah. I think I look a bit red from fucking, how muggy it is. Dumbo said AP FSDS rounds, Mike. Big fucking radioactive gat darts for tank guns. Nice. Yeah, I'll tell you why I was confused. Because the thing I was on about, I wasn't on about that. And then I thought someone was replying to me about that. And then it turns out they weren't replying to me about that at all. So that's what confused me. And it said depleted uranium rounds, Mike. Nice, yeah. Carl said you should look up Delta P. It's a hazardous divers it's a hazard divers have to look out for. And have you considered making stuff to sell? Yeah, I'll make those quivers to sell. I'll look up there because that's where my crossbow is. Actually, anyone wanting those crossbow quivers, I'll have some more maybe next week. Problem I haven't done any for ages. My fucking foam on my press had gone funny and it wouldn't press things properly. So I've made a new press with some new stuff. And some new foam, so we'll do that soon. Yes. Yeah, but I know I do. Whenever I sell things, I always look out for, like, I've designed things to sell, but a lot of things are more difficult, like they're a pain in the ass to make, basically. But the crossbow quivers, I can knock them out easily and sell them for an all right profit. As long as the press is working, which it is now, though. Barry, you all right, mate? Remner's Ghost said, give us a shout if you fancy a day at the armories. I will do, Remner. Thank you, mate. I've just a Delta P is a scary thing. Watch some videos on it. What is it then? Give me a bit of a, not too complicated what it is. Then I said, what do you have for tea, Mike? You know what? Oh, salad. Fucking salad. But when we say salad, a salad to us, if I say, like in my house, if we say salad, that'll be your normal salad kind of stuff. So lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, celery, grated carrot. But then you also have boiled potatoes, sausages, pork pie, chicken breast. So plenty of meat. Yeah, salad basically. I don't know if that's what other people call a salad. I know some, if you say salad, they think it's just salad. Salad. If we have salad here, it has shitloads of meat on it. I want a boiled egg. When I said differential pressure, where the pressures can be a lot higher in some areas of water than others, so it sucks you in, traps you. Cheers. Yeah, that explains it perfectly, Liam. Someone's disliked to have they. Someone always does, Bremner. Cooking show. When I get a new kitchen. But yeah, get your likes in, everyone, please. Crushes you to death and drowns you. Looked it up after reading about a load of cave diving stuff. Yeah, did you look that up recently? Here's Gareth Finnick, Gunner. Bruce said you should test MREs. I have a Bombay Bad Boy. I'm having a Bombay Bad Boy. Nice, yeah, they're nice there. Yeah, I've if I ever get some, I will do that. I have had MREs and I quite like them. Brenda said he wish he knew. That's a dislike, I think. T2 said to Leonard, I used the wax to strings and twist and overstretch them on the bows overnight. Gave them a chance to stretch and settle. And check the distance daily with a distance bracer. Tim said to me, Mike, your crossbows quivers are spot on, mate. I'll be after another one for Tomcat. Oh, nice one, Tim. Did you have some, did you? I forget who's had them off me. But yeah, I'll definitely make some more soon. I've just done a new press for it. Yeah. That's the only. I've got enough to make 10 at the minute, and loads of people asking for them. And then I haven't made any for ages. Someone probably messaged me 5 times. Yeah, sorted now. Can't I said cooking show when? Yeah. If I ever get a new, well, actually no. When I go to the woods, I might do some cooking videos. Yeah. Sam said, Mike once said he'd do a giveaway to the true confession of a disliker. They never will. Iron Man Spartan says pork pies are good. Yeah, they are, definitely. Yeah, with mustard as well, Marcus. I never knew about the old pork pie with mustard thing. It had never crossed my mind until my mate years ago said to me, Why don't you have it with mustard? And then, yeah, fucking love it. I'll tell you the kind of freak I am, though. Put peanut butter on a pork pie. Marcus said, love Bombay Bad Boys. Leonard said, so salad banquet then, Mike. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'll fucking salad. If I say I'm having a salad, there's more meat on that fucking thing than there's fucking salad. Pete said, do it. Yeah, I used to love Bombay Bad Boys and I used to put more chilies in it, but then I started getting these extremely painful hiccups. I had to stop. Jack, you all right, mate? Good to see you on. Just checking in, Mike. I'm a bit wrapped up in the politics at the moment. I've seen your video getting a lot of views, Jack. That's good. But yeah, I know. I'll be honest with you, Jack. You're probably getting the same views and comments, maybe more comments than I do on my videos at the moment. So yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, someone's got to answer it, don't they? But yeah, no, I can imagine, Jack. Good to see you on. Count said, just got to cut the meat into thin slices. Angle grinder wearing. Tumbo saying hello, Jack. Tim said, yeah, I had one, Mike. It's currently on my red back. Nice one, Tim. Mark said, peanut butter on a pork pie. Yes, no joke. Crunchy peanut butter on a pork pie. Fucking lovely. Don't do it too often, though. Sam said, your video is being monitored by snowflakes, Jack. Yeah, Sam was saying, I've not watched that video. Because I watch all your videos, Jack. I don't always get a chance to comment on them all, though. But I do watch all of yours. But I've not watched that one yet. I do comment on the majority of them anyway, they don't I? Where am I? Bremner's Ghost said, peanut butter on a growler. That's nuts. Like British Elvis. I am quite odd with my food taste, so Pete said you do have some odd food combinations, don't you? I do, Pete, I do. I will have to show you. I'll do a cooking video one day and I'll introduce you all to Mike's Scooby-Doo sandwich. Now that's a fucking experience. You can only eat one of those about once every 6 months. Obviously, they'll probably fucking kill you. Man Spartan said, I want to buy a hot dog on a. I want to do a hog on a spit. Would make a good video. Yeah, that would. Then he said, the epitome of cruelty, blowing sneezing powder into the face of someone with hiccups. Yeah, hot stuff now, I'll tell you, gives me extremely painful fucking hiccups. I think partly why I had to have them tablets, and I think I've got like the beginning of what would be a fucking, what's that type of hernia thing you can have there or whatever, you know that. I can't remember what you call it now. But you know those tabs when I had that terrible heartburn and it wouldn't stop coming up, the acid reflux. Richard said, Jack, evening. Like that sword you got for £3, the Saberlight one. That's nice, isn't it, Rich? And if that's the same as the one I had, which it pretty much is, you know the one I've made my short sword into? My short sword is made from one of those, that £3 sword that Jack got. If that's as good quality as my one, Jack, that will sharpen up all right. Because that short sword is made from one of those, and that cuts lovely now it's done. I had to put a new edge on it and all that, and a bit of a new bevel, but it's worth doing. £3, you can't lose for that. Then I said to Jack, evening, mate, good to see you on. Great upload earlier. Yeah, I'll watch that later, Jack. Pete said, did you see the survival match? I have watched that actually, Peter. Watched that earlier. Yeah. You know, I did watch it, yeah, because you put it in the water, don't you? Pull it out and you light your fire. I think I was doing something and I just missed the end of it. Mark said, I don't think I've seen Jack's videos. Do you not sub Jack, Marcus? Check him out. Yeah, you'd like Jack's stuff. If you're not aware of Jack Striker, or do you just mean these recent ones? Go over there. Iron Man said, Mike, I bet you won't eat toothpaste, Marmite, and a peanut butter sandwich. I probably would. I don't know well, no. Do you know why I wouldn't eat that, though? Not because of the toothpaste, because of the Marmite. Because on that gout thing, one of the worst things I could eat for gout is Marmite. I like Marmite as well. But I don't eat it now. I've not touched Marmite since I had gout. I would eat that though, Iron Man. I'm not saying I'd enjoy it though, but I would eat it. They are. Marcus, you got a recommendation from Leonard there as well about Jack. Hiatus hernia, that's it. I think I may have like the beginning of that or something. Or a very, very, very little mild one or something. It doesn't affect me, but I think that's why I get the painful hiccups. The chili must affect it. Bremner said, when I was a best man for my friend, he had a hog roast, broke a tooth on the crackling. Had to have anesthesia. Is that what that is? With 27-year-old? No, I don't know what that is. Had to have, anesthesia. Yeah. Oh, using a 27-year-old Ed Drador Scotch. Broke my tooth, but broke my tooth, but it was worth it. Sorry, Bremner, I struggled to read that one. Bruce said Guinness pork pies are well good. I have to check them ones out. Marcus said he'll check Jack out. Jack said I have a video on the £3 side, but I have to edit it as part of it went wrong. Yeah, if that's I tried to have a close look, Jack, when you were showing it, and your one's even got the same apart from where yours says India, that same pattern, that acid pattern on it or whatever it is, it's the same as on mine. But yeah, they probably are pretty much the same swords, aren't they? As you were saying, it's strange. It's strange how many of them there are over it. Fucking hiccups now. You used to be able to find those at every single car boot you went to, didn't you? With the old red sheaves. But down near my way, certain car boots now, I don't think they're allowed to take any kind of weapon in there. You literally see nothing. But saying that, there's another one if you go the other way, where you do still see people selling air rifles and swords and that. But yeah, I reckon that one I went to, the one I've been to a couple of times, they're not allowed to take weapons in there, I don't think, or what they call weapons anyway. You know what I mean? Carl said I didn't think Marmite could cause that. Yeah, on my list of I'll get it out quickly. Well, I'll tell you specifically what it says anyway. It doesn't actually say Marmite. The exact words are, so the high purine foods, which you should avoid, meat and yeast. No, it does say Marmite, yeah. Carl, meat and yeast extracts. And then it actually says Marmite, Bovril, commercial gravy, as well as beer. That's why I only drink vodka now. Watered down. I drink vodka water now. Pete said, I've seen the matches so many times in vids, but to use one in real life was cool. To see it work after being lit into water. Yeah, they're fascinating, aren't they, Pete? Yeah, I've got some. I think I've only used them a couple of times. They're in my survival stuff, but they're worth testing. They're worth buying just for that, I think, aren't they? Come to Demarcus. Jack gets his point across with flair. And meat puppets should be top of the charts. Yeah, meat flies in it. Is banned. Right, where am I? Bremner's Ghost said, Adrador is Scotland's smallest distillery, but by far my favourite malt. I've not missed anyone's comment, have I? Bremner's Ghost said, I'm going to fuck up all these names, but don't worry about it. Skirlington Market on Wednesday and Sunday. Excellent stall there for blades and air guns. Nice one, mate. I Mass Barton said, Mike, do you have a local butcher? You could get a pig's head to test with your Warhammer. Sadly, there's not. We did have one up our actual village, village shops. We did have one shut down now. Been shut down for years. And well, we don't have like a proper butcher's anymore. The only things we have is shit, like Tesco's and that. You know what I mean? But yeah, if we had a proper butcher's up here, I would go and ask them. Then I said, when we all having a summer meet? I don't know. In the summer. 1 year, I don't know. I reckon that will happen one day, though. I man said I'll try drinking vodka instead of beer. My kidneys are aching now. Yeah, I bet you was drinking fucking vodka straight out the bottle, weren't you, by the fucking by the litre. No wonder your kidneys hurt. Talking about meat flies. That's right. Last night I saw meat puppets. Wrong topic. It does sound right though. Richard said, "We'll be off, Mike. Glad you liked the blades I sent you. Hope fitting the handles and finishing goes to plan." Yeah, thank you, Rich. I fucking love them, mate. I'll do some proper videos on them soon. You know, give you a proper mention. That was just a quick, you know, just thought I'd show people and what I had the chance. Yeah, thank you, Richard. They're fucking brilliant, I tell you. Don't see, so I just had a thought about your small God bag. Some of those joke candles that won't blow out would be useful as firelighters. Yes, yeah. God, was that supposed to say bug out bag? God bag? What's God bag? Trying to think. Get out of Dodge. There, it is God bag then. Yeah. Yeah. I was right. I think. But yes, no, you're right. A funny, well, I say a funny story. I remember it being funny at the time. Probably won't be funny when I tell you. But I remember when I was a kid going to some birthday party and the woman putting the candles on, the kids blowing them out. She then took the candles off, put them in a drawer, shut the drawer, and about 5 minutes later, all this smoke starts pouring out the fucking out the drawer. She pulls it out, and the fucking drawer was on fire, and that's what she'd used. Them fucking joke candles that keep lighting. But they would, as you're right though, as you said, they would be perfect for those kind of bags, wouldn't they, Zed? I said meat puppets. I quite like that term. Remnants Go said excellent butchers in Skirlington too. If I ever get a fancy computer with you know, all the fancy things you can do, I'll just have a button that I can press and a handle come up like that. Well, you can do things like when some of these things you can do things like when some of these programs you can get fucking you know, when they, I don't know if you can do it for a like, but every time someone, you know, I can't do super chat, does a super chat, it can have a pop-up come up. You could probably have a hand go like that. Then I said to Marcus, Meat Puppets are a great band, look them up. I ain't looking at Meat Puppets, no way. Jack Strike said, do you know the other member of Meat Flies, the mayor, the mystery man? I do know the mayor. And strangely enough, he actually lives in the same fucking town as me, Jack, or did. I don't know him personally, but the mayor, yeah, he actually lives in the same, you know, the same sort of town area. Yeah, the mayor. So I could probably, if I wanted to, I could probably go, or he did anyway. I don't know if he still does, but yeah, he lives in the same area as me. But yeah, I haven't seen no videos for him for ages, so maybe I've been unsubbed from him. But yeah, I was subbed to the mayor at one point. Yeah, the old mayor, he's fucking nuts, he is, isn't he? Yeah, the mystery man. I don't know what he looks like. Maybe I've met him, I don't know. I'm Mass Barton said, Mike, the stirrup on your crossbow, yeah, it's a good close range weapon. Great for tooth removal. Well, I'll tell you what I will do. One day, I'm going to make some, maybe sell them, I don't know, some bayonets for the pistol crossbows. Right, where am I? Leonard, he's saying he loves the mayor. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check his channel out because I must have been unsubscribed, because saying that I've not seen a video from him for fucking ages. But yeah, I was watching some of his old videos and I recognised the area. And then when he did a video on when he was having his bathroom changed or something like that. Jack Sticer, he spent the weekend here at mine, does not let much information out. I won't give no information out about him either, but no, but yeah, I bet he don't. But yeah, and he was doing a video of these fucking builders around his house fucking up his bathroom, and I recognised the area. But he moved to a bigger house, didn't he? I don't know if he moved there in the end, but yeah. At one point, he lived in the same sort of town area as me. Gremlins Go said bayonets on a pistol crossbow. Sold. They're coming soon, mate. They'll be quick release and everything. Quick release, mount straight onto those fucking mounts underneath. Then it said meat puppets played with Nirvana. Oh, it's not. Oh, yeah. So I probably could look at it. I was just scared to see what meat puppets would produce on Google. Tombo said just up. Where's that gone? Tombo said just uploading. Quick video update now. Then it'll probably take an hour though. I'll watch that when that's on then. Then I said, what a stream tonight, Mike. Great. Nice one, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, actually. I like these ones like this. Just us regulars, do you know what I mean? Just having a chat, innit? You know what I mean? Jack said, the car he came in was covered in green moss. Fuck's sake. That don't surprise me. Fuck's sake. Iron Man said, my neck is sweating like fuck. No breeze tonight. No, I'm getting tempted to break the old fan out soon. It's not terrible. I must admit, though, I'm wearing 2 t-shirts, though, because when I put my merchandise t-shirt on, I just whack it over one I'm already wearing. Sam said, because of Slingshot's comments on Iron Man's video yesterday, I was jamming nostalgia to the skin flicks today at the gym. Mark said, or meat whistle. Yeah, I ain't looking that up. Fuck's sake. Then says Tumbo, brilliant, mate. Great start to the weekend. Yeah, it'd be nice to see a update for you from you, Tumbo. As you know, they quite often mention there's 3 people who are absent sometimes, and they get mentioned on here. Tumbo, Jack Striker, and Carl's Countryside. Carl is still uploading. He uploads some cooking stuff. I think he's going to be at one of these Edale or something. He might be there at the minute. Or something. Oh no, he was doing some kind of test for something, for a job, I think. Mark said it's not bad in Manchester, not muggy at all. It's not, I must admit, it's not terrible here, and I think it might be because I've got 2 t-shirts on. I think 1 t-shirt I'd be all right, but I can feel it a bit. So it sort of is, and it ain't. It might be, it was probably not so bad if I wasn't wearing 2 t-shirts. Wolf Flux, right, mate? He said, hi, hope I'm not late again. Just went to get something to eat from Subway. We're all doing okay, gents. He's mentioned food. We've gone an hour and 15 minutes with no mention of food. Nah, it's all right. Well, yeah, good to see you on. Brendan said, nice and wakey too. Sam said, Marcus, I'd that relative. I'd that relative to the skin flute. Iron Man said to Marcus, we live in a valley. Maybe it gets hotter here. Yeah. Oh, is that? Yeah. Is that relative to the skin flute? Is that a relative to the skin flute? That's it. That's what I was thinking of when he said it. Sam, yeah, skin flute. Yeah. Oh, fuck's sake. You lot feel free to look these things up. I'm not. Curiosity would not kill this cat, I tell you. Not a fucking chance. Tony said you've got the heating on. I might do. I'll have to check. I ain't got no windows open. That might be yeah. That's part of the anteater. Well, Leonard said few legends on stream tonight. Yeah, good one, isn't it? Yeah. Just a couple more names on if we had Malcolm and yeah, be the whole be a whole lot then. Wolflex, oh god no, damn you, don't search up skin flute. No, I'm not. I definitely won't. I nearly said I know what would come up, but yes I do know, but not from experience. Take the fucking shoes off, I think. I think I'll just have to wear 1 t-shirt tomorrow. Don't ask him what he saw. Searching fucking skin flute. Things you never want to see, I'd assume. Think fuck we can't post pictures on this fucking stream. Yeah, all flat, something no man should ever see. Fuck's sake. Don't do it. That's my fucking warning. Like I said, did everyone vote Thursday? I didn't, but I encourage people to vote. That's the best I can do. Although I'm not saying I would never vote. I haven't voted yet. But I know eventually I will have to vote because, you know, you're going to have to one day and then it's going to go to more extremes than that eventually, isn't it? I ain't going to say any more than that, though. Put it this way, I may not talk about it, but I am prepared. Wolf Flux said, oh, God, imagine if you could post pictures. Yeah, there'd be a load of fucking timeouts going on, I tell you. Iron Man said, I saw a disturbing video of a woman on a train continuously itching her minge and sniffing her hand. I've seen that. It's fucking disgusting, isn't it? Leonard said to Marcus, way past my bedtime, been up with the dog since 5. Ah, fuck's sake, Leonard. Yeah, I bet you're fucking falling asleep, ain't you? You're off then. You're saying you go to bed, or Ramsey said, nope, want out of Europe, so why waste a walk for MEP? I don't see the need for. Dad said, I bet it's not as horrible as what I saw in a magazine that was shoved under my nose. It's the reason I won't eat bananas. What are you? I bet that's not as horrible as what I saw in a magazine that was shoved under my nose. It's the reason I won't eat bananas. I don't get that one. I'm just laughing at the way it fucking sounded. Tony said, yeah, Marcus, I did vote, thank you. Sam said, take care, Leonard. Well, Flux said, what do I do with that information? Iron Man said, whatever you like. Yeah, the only thing I've ever found for getting rid of memories is plenty of drink. That's about it. But the only thing I know, kill enough brain cells off that you can't remember anymore. That's about it. Oh, obscenity is not a joke. Oh, what? Oh, fuck's sake. Jackson, has anyone scratched their ring piece and never had a quick sniff? Yeah, they'd be lying if they never have. Ring piece, I know what I'm saying. I love that hugging. It's a good one. Ring piece and Jap's eye. Then he said, you nearly asked me what it was, didn't you? I'm leaving it there. I'm stopping. You can explain it if you want, though, Zed. Leonard said to Marcus, I broke a Brexit party, mate. No, I'm staying up to this stream. It's brilliant. Iron Man said, Leonard, I can't remember what video it was. Leonard, I can't remember what video it was, a compilation. What's that about? James, is it possible to scratch your taint like a dog? What with your foot? I was hoping just like to check that in case it said is it instead of it is possible. Yeah, let's get off the disgusting and scratching horrible places. I don't want to start on about dirt. Leonard, belly button smells better, mate. No, I ain't had sweet corn in my Jack, so let's say. We should better not be getting political. Tony said, Mike, what you drinking? No wonder you're hot. No, just water. Just water, mate. I'm fucking going red, and I by the looks of it. Just water tonight. I'd already had a coffee before I come on. I thought better not have another fucking coffee. If I drink 2 coffees, like straight away, one after each other, and then try and read this, I can't fucking read it properly. I can't say it out loud properly. Like I said, every locker room in the world smells the same. Essence of bloke's ass. It is some spicy water. Irishman. Sam said Irishman, and with peanut butter, he'll return the favour. Jack said, I watched your video again yesterday on the walking of you walking back from the doctors. Great vid that. I'll have to get out soon, Jack. I've been that's coming. It's coming. I got someone who said they'd come out for a walk with me, so we can go and look for Mark's fucking go and have a look for Mark's base, you know, his camping bit. Once we find that, you know, I'll get Malcolm to show me eventually. But you know what I mean? That'll spur me on to go out a bit more then. But I've been thinking about it. It's just the old fucking noise with the fucking motorway. But there's, yeah. Remnant's Ghost said, water of life, perhaps. Tap water, more like. Aquavita, that's piss in it. Or is that something else? Yeah. And water of life, that's piss in it. I don't drink piss. Yeah, cheers for that, Jack. I'm glad you enjoyed that video. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Funny thing is, I ain't had no symptoms from that fucking acid reflux either since then, so that's fucked off at least. That's how I take the sweet corn out your jab so long. When was I said Paul drinks the water of life in June? He does actually, don't he? Makes our eyes go blue. But yeah, I want to get out and do some more wood stuff. It's just, yeah, just doing it. Water of life is whiskey. Oh no, I don't mind that. Mark said we should all head down to Buckinghamshire and have a meet up barbecue. We'll have to plan it out one day. Brendan's Ghost said usage beefer or something like that. Gaelic for water of life. Aquavita is the Danish. Oh, what vodka is that? Aquavit. Wolflut said to Bremner, pretty sure that's called semen, mate. Kyle said possibly some bushcraft videos. Does anyone have any tips? Pain tolerance training, as in raise higher. I don't know about that. That's a strange one. Yeah, repetition, I suppose. That's a weird one. I've never really thought about that. I suppose it depends where, because a lot of that is mental as well, isn't it? Yeah, I don't really know about that. It's all mental, really, isn't it? But you know what I mean. Then to watch out, Mount, have traps set. Bremen's Ghost said, sorry, fat fingers, aquavit is a Danish vodka. Total spirit. I've only ever heard the word aquavita mentioned on the League of Gentlemen just as he's about to piss in a cup and drink it. So that's why I said that. Yeah, Jack and Coke, anyone? I've got in here. I was tempted to have a drink tonight, but I'm not going to. Because it'll be drinking on my own like a fucking alcoholic. I've got some vodka over there. I've got some fucking Disaronno left over from one night. And then there's shitloads of wine downstairs. That proves I can control myself now, though, because years ago I wouldn't even be able to have alcohol in the same fucking house. It'd be gone. You know what I mean? Iron Man said, Mike, do you like fair rides? No, I don't. I used to. I don't like the feeling of, well, when I go on a fair ride, that feeling it gives you, I associate with bad things. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like it anymore. I used to love that kind of stuff, but then I noticed as I got older, I didn't like being made to feel that way. You know what I mean? And also, I would probably go on. If I was saying that, it's more fair rides, not proper. Say if you went to like Alton Towers or Fort Park and that, whatever, they don't bother me so much because they're a bit more better maintained. Fair rides, I always have a paranoia that they ain't bolted together properly and they're going to fucking fall apart, kill you when you're on them. So, yeah. Remus Ghost said, on rum toddies for medicinal reasons, Guinness Golden Ale beer. Nice. He said to Carl, of course it hurts. The trick is to not care that it hurts. Peter O'Toole would like to read. I think that's a good way to put it, though, really. Thank you, Iron Man. Yeah, you take me on the teacups. Cheers. Or the or the bumper cars, maybe. And I said maybe, not baby. Leonard said he's up for it, or Mark said to Leonard he's up for it. Then said he's there. Remus Ghost said, best rush I ever had was a ride, was a reverse bungee at Global Gathering in 05. Yeah, I'm not into that kind of thing now. It's probably more the anticipation of it, though. With everything, anticipation gets you more than the actual thing. So I bet if I went to a fairground and went on one ride, I'd then go on every single one of them. It's that anticipation at first. If you can beat that, then it's nothing. You know what I mean? Tony said, Mike, careful when you're in the woods. Your brother Mark's got a bear trap set up. Luckily, that's different woods. Yeah, I've seen that fucking thing. How good that was, wasn't it, Tony? Carl said to Zed, I do try to ignore it and keep doing push-ups or whatever, but man, it gets better. It's better for me. I thought it was a good sound. It all depends what the pain is from as well. If it's pain from some kind of injury, then you don't want to keep giving your. If you're trying to, do something that injury is just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse, that's not a good idea. You know what I mean? Because you're just going to injure yourself beyond repair almost. You know what I mean? But pain from like cutting yourself, that's a different thing. That is more about tolerance of just being able to handle that at the time, because it's going to end eventually, one way or another. Iron Man said, the older you get, the more cautious you get. Exactly. Wolfluck said, I like all rides, even the ones that you put some godforsaken parallel universe upside down. And anything I'll do. I used to. Jack said, I went on a Victorian roundabout once where the horses go up and down. I got halfway around and I felt like I was going to die, feeling sick. Yeah. Well, that's the way I was going to describe it. And then I thought, yeah, I don't like the feeling of feeling like you're going to die, basically. That's what it is, though. Tom said to Carl, I'm not recommending anything for you to do, but repetition is how it's done. Check out the movie The Accountant. That's a fairground EDC. Something I can sit there and not be bored. Yeah, I've some spanners to tighten the shit up before we go on it. Remnant's Ghost said 9G straight up while on E. That was amazing. But it fucking was. I've done some weird things as a teenager, on the old rides. But yeah, once I got older, just no interest in it. Then he said to Carl, thing to remember is why you feel pain. Pain is there to stop you injuring yourself. Yeah, exactly. That said, and let you know something is wrong with your body. Yeah, it just all depends what the pain is from, don't it? Different kinds of pain, you see. But I wouldn't recommend keep pushing yourself to do something while you're in pain, because you're probably just going to make it worse, and then you'll end up having something like I've got, where I injured my chest once years ago, and I never let it rest. I kept working, like over the month, never ever let it recover. Still to this day, 20 years later, that still fucking hurts sometimes. So you don't want to do shit like that, I tell you. Marcus said to Iron Man, wisest words I've ever heard were from Lars, Survival Russia. His army instructor told him to be wary of older men because they're the planners, younger men are the implementers. Jack said, I went straight on the go-karts and never felt as ill in my life. Yeah, I don't like that fucking feeling now. So, but never used to, you know. Weird, isn't it? I remember going on holiday once, about maybe 15 years ago. So my dad must have been about 55 then, probably. I don't know, maybe a bit older. And he went on some fair rides with all the younger, you know, like the teenagers in the family. Went on fucking one mad one that was going all fucking upside down, around. Got off, looked all right, and then said he had to go and sit in the car. Didn't come back for the rest of the day. Carl said, I'll check it out, thanks. Yeah, totally true. Or just be nice to have a bit tougher and handle the pain better rather than being a coward. You never know what can happen. And that's scary, mate. Yeah, pain's quite an odd thing, though, you know, and yeah, it's hard to sort of say, but it can be such different situations, you know what I mean? I would go to the fair, Softer, if they had real gun ranges. Yes, yeah, that would be worth going. Yeah, I'd like that. That's easy. Well, slamming your privates into a fridge door will produce pain, which I'll tell you that's not a good idea to continue. Will said, took my own stitches up last night. It was interesting. I've never took my own stitches up. Where am I? Jack said, petrol noisy go-karts. Smelly horrible bastard things. That's just fuck horrible. Yeah, I don't think I've don't know if I've been on any of them before. Then I couldn't fucking drive till recently, so although I could probably drive something like that, I'd assume. I don't know. Iron Man Martin, Mike, remember vodka margarine in bottom? No, not off the top of my head. That rings a bell though, but I can't remember it totally. I ain't actually watched the bottom series for ages. Carl said, yeah, definitely hope that doesn't happen to anyone. Sam said, I always tell my daughter-in-law, be aware of the survivalist who carries 4 tourniquets. Yeah, he can keep you alive long enough to survive. Marcus was saying, lol to Sam. Bremner's Ghost said, check out Joey Crack piercing story on Sean Atwood channel. I'd water it. I've had the occasional stitches without any anaesthetic, but because it was just 1 or 2 stitches, though, they reckon it would hurt more or hurt the same to do the injection to numb it. So they just did it without. That was one in my mouth. They had to do that. There, I got punched in the fucking mouth in a fight, and it cut my inside of my mouth on my teeth. Well, I assume it did. I just split the inside of my mouth. I don't know. And one in my hand there, finger there from a knife. That had to have 1 or 2 stitches in it without anything on it. In it, you know what I mean? That does fucking hurt though. No anesthetic. Obviously it would though, you know what I mean? But bearable, you know what I mean? Bernard Z said to Bramless goes, I don't do well with needles. Wolflux said I have 250cc go-kart, top speed 110. I'm 15, I race it once a week. Go tomorrow this week. Personally, I love the smells and sound. Speed. Yeah, that does sound good if you're into that. Jack said, is Mount going to make any other vids other than traps, Mike? Possibly not. He will, Jack, but not so much at the minute. I'll tell you what he's trying to do. Because he's stopped uploading quite so often, it was fucking up all. No one was getting his videos. Like the less the less you do, the less YouTube send your videos to your subscribers. And they do weird shit like that anyway. But if you try and stick to one subject, they tend to send them out more. They reckon people watch them more. So he's trying to do more trap videos, hoping more people will get sent them. So potentially later on he'll start doing something else. But at the minute, I think he's only doing trap videos with a bit of other stuff mixed in. Yeah. Bremner's Ghost said, to be brief, Joey Rack used his prison cell door to bend the bar with his Prince Albert, or in his Prince Albert. Fuck's sake. Marcus, yeah, pain doesn't last long. No, it doesn't really, it's just, and it's a memory. Isn't it, once it's gone, really? That's, all pain is just a memory that will, once it's over, it's gone and it's nothing, isn't it? It's just a memory you had, isn't it, really? One of my Spartans said, I cut straight through the pad of my hand with a bread knife when pissed once, needed 5 stitches. Yeah, there's quite a few. I know at least 2 people here who've done that drunk. Cutting a was you cutting a roll by chance? While drunk. I know quite a few people who've done that. Classic one, that is. I also stabbed myself in the wrist with a copper pipe at work, by accident, of course. 5 stitches was impressive. My man said yes, very. That's exactly right, yes. Yes, Mike, exactly. I know at least 2 people in my house who've done that, and I've nearly done it. I've managed to stop just as it started cutting my hand. Yeah, that's a classic drunk one, that is. One my fucking mate did, oh, fuck's sake, he had to have skin graft in the end. Burnt the back of his hand while frying fucking sausages drunk. But he had to have, skin grafts, it was that bad. I never fuck about with frying things. Drunk. Fuck that bullshit. Not worth it. I even now make food first so that I don't make it when I'm drunk. Marcus is one of the sharpest things on earth. Broken wall or floor tiles. I cut my fucking hand once on like a tile waste pipe sort of thing. You know what I mean? Whatever they're made of, but it's a tiley kind of material. And I only fucking just touched that, and that fucking cut me. Wolf Flux said, I crashed my go-kart and cut my chin under eye and cheek. I had 7 stitches. It was a good crash and taught me a lot about corners in wet weather. Hurt like a bitch. I bet it did. Jack said, did you see my video where I shot my finger with the Verminator, anyone? I did, Jack. Yeah, I saw that. I suppose that's one of the sort of potential downsides of such a short gun, isn't it? But yeah, I remember watching that. That's a lovely gun, that, though, I must admit. Yeah, I have had other injuries. I was just on about ones I've had without any anaesthetic. To some of the other people on about stitches and that. Zed said, part 1, once I was walking in the kitchen and I could hear a strange tapping sound. After a couple of minutes, it started to annoy me. I searched the whole kitchen 3 times. Got to wait a bit now. 45 minutes. 45 seconds, sorry. Brothers Go said, just sub Jack, not seen any of the work yet. Sounds a giggle there. Yeah, you'll enjoy Jack's stuff, I'll tell you. He's one of us old school lot who've been about forever. How long you been on here, Jack? You've been on here a long time, though, haven't you? But you've been on. Was you on like proper early, or? Where am I? Prep for it. I saw a butcher cutting up big sausages. I felt a lot of pain just looking at it. Iron Man's bird. I do that too. Might prep fast. Yeah, I do. Because also, when you're pissed, you can't be bothered either, can you, Iron Man? Easy, just do it fucking first. Marcus had to get copper in the wound is bad news. Very infectious. Jack said it really hurt a lot. I imagine it fucking did. Happens after I cut an ingrown toenail out of anaesthetic. I remember you saying that. Part 2. The Zed, he was searching around his kitchen, trying to find what was making it. I didn't find out what it was till I sit down with my socks and shoes on. There was a bloody drawing pin stuck to the bottom of my foot. Oh, I missed something there. Sam said I could do an awesome magic trick, even over the World Wide Web, if Mark is willing to be my lovely assistant. Yes, I am, Sam. Yes, I'll be your assistant. Right, Leonard sliced my foot with a bush cutter. Asked if I wanted a painkiller, and I told her, and told it would be worse. 18 stitches. I'm told it would be worse. 18 stitches and ready to eat. The doctor burned my house down with the pain. Yeah, I bet if I would. What was that? Because it would hurt more putting the injections into the wound, sort of thing. Mark said weapon stuff. They go really deep, and digging down to get them causes the infection. I suppose when I suppose it's a bit like when people pull their teeth out and that. If you're in enough pain, I suppose you'd do it, wouldn't you? Because I have had nothing like that, but I have had things that hurt enough that you're prepared to give yourself a decent bit of pain to stop more pain, potentially. You know what I mean? Dad said, until I found it, I didn't feel a thing. As soon as I saw it. Oh, actually in your foot, sorry, yeah. Oh, in the bottom of your foot. Fuck's sake. That's weird, don't it, Dad? You didn't feel it. There was a bloody drawing pin stuck in the bottom of my foot. Yeah, oh, that's why you couldn't tell, yeah. Sorry, I was daydreaming when I read that. Yeah, yeah, because you would assume, you would never look around for, you'd never look at the bottom of your foot, would you? Right, you're going to have to get someone else to do this trick, Sam. I may play along, though. Right, I'll get right to it in a second. Hang on. Marcus said, "I really go deep and digging down." Oh, I read that. Carl said, "Liam, I don't know how the heck you manage that." Zed read that. Marcus said, "Len, at time like that, screaming the word motherfucker at the top of your lungs would relieve the pain." Zed said, "No." Carl said to Zed, "That's kind of funny, but man, it sounds horrible." But you can get numbness in your feet, though, can't you? Sam said, "Okay, in my hand, I have a salt shaker. I need you to hold your hand up like you're holding a salt shaker." Fuck's sake. I know where this is going. Wait for the slow mode. Go on, I'll carry on, but I know where this is going. I'm holding this salt shaker. I'm as smart when I had a lumbar puncture spinal tap, it hurt like fuck. Oh, I've heard that one hurts a lot. Come on, I don't want to be holding my hand here forever. I'm a Spartan said, well, yeah, I read that. They're not this car. Let me just say I wouldn't recommend it as a pleasant hobby. Marcus said, bathing in warm water to help. Come on, my hand's getting funny now. Remner's Ghost said, agreed, Will, loads of sodium bicarb. Right, I have to put it back up. I can't do that all fucking night, Sam. Picked the wrong one for tonight. Right, hang on. I'm assuming you're going to make me go like this at one point. Right. Weapons, I've said, it hurt so much. As it hurt so much every day and kept getting infected, but my GP wouldn't refer me to a surgeon, so I did it myself. Down to next, I'm going to transfer the salt from my shaker to your hand. Wait for a slow mode. Richard said he's back. Right, mate. Have you missed massage and a patriotic Brit? You right, mate? You better do. You're gonna have to come on Liam's stream, get him to do this one, Sam. I reckon. What's our flying here then? Got the fucking time. Right, you got 15 minutes now. Fuck off. Fucking hell, Sam. He said, I need you to close your eyes, raise your hand, and pour the salt into your mouth. You don't immediately taste it. Give it a few shakes. That's a good one, Sam. I knew that was coming. Fuck's sake. We'll have to go on other people's streams, see if we can get them to do that. Fuck's sake. That is quite good. I must have seen that one somewhere. Fuck's sake. Carl said to Liam, did you cut the actual nail or the skin? I thought it would have made the infection worse. Well, I suppose if there's sort of, you know, wherever the infection's getting under there, I suppose if you've got the nail out, you could clean it better then, can't you? The only reason, I'll put this on the thing so you can see it properly. The only reason that scar there is as bad as that is, let me turn my light on quickly. We might be able to see it better. Right.
Bluetooth
that scar there.
Waiting for device connecting.
There. That's big as a postage stamp. The only reason that looks like that, because that was infected while I was in that young offenders prison. While I was in the police station for 3 days, they wouldn't let me clean it properly. And then by the time they cleaned it, it was infected. And then the cunt police and the fucking police doctor said it was all right when I had a full fucking infection going on in it. By the time I got to the prison, they then had to put me on antibiotics and clean it out every single day, getting all the shit out of it. And I had to keep having fucking things around my fucking head to keep it clean. Yeah. That's partly why I have a bit of a, you know, because it's them cunts who made that look like that. You know what I mean? Because they wouldn't even let me clean it. You know, and they're cunting our police doctor, usual. No, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Because all they give a shit about is if you're fucking dying, you know, if they chuck you down the stairs. Chuck you downstairs. You know what I mean? Dreadnought Z said to Weapons, a friend of mine had an infected big toe. They cut the thing off in the end as it got gangrene. Apparently, it leaves a hole in your foot where the toe was. Mark said, infections near your eyes are very big and angry. Yeah. You know what? I didn't get to see that properly until I actually came out of there as well. Because in that fucking prison, there was no... I don't think I ever saw a proper mirror. The only mirror you had in the whole entire place was some fucking... Like the sinks, the bit behind the sink is a piece of stainless steel. But where it's been cleaned so many times, like the mirrors are steel basically, where it's been cleaned so many times, just looking in a fucking well, a fucking scratched up piece of metal basically. I said I was infected anyway, so rather than being on antibiotics every week, I was infected anyway, so rather than being on antibiotics every other week, that stopped it. But yeah, I used to have to get up in the morning, go down to like the infirmary bit, take the fucking plasters off, whatever. Because it was funny, because some of them, when on the days before I would go to court, the woman would say to me, the nurse, whatever she was, she would say, "Oh, I'd say I've got to go to court later." She said, "Oh, all right, let's wrap a bandage right round your head. They might feel sorry for you then." Yeah. Zed. Carl said to Zed, that was from an Ingrown toner. Mark said, was it pretty tough in there, mate? I'll be honest, not really. The one I was in is like, not like the one where they're all murderers or anything. You know what I mean? It was, I don't know what the grades are, but sort of like a middle one or something, or, you know what I mean? Not a proper open thing, but not a thing where they're all fucking murderers. But there was people who'd, I remember there was some kid in there who chucked acid in someone's face. But you've got to remember, this was in the year 2000, so it was before you used to hear about that. You know, like it is now. It was white as well, though. No, it was all right, really. I never saw any fights or anything or anything like that. But yeah, it wasn't like these old borstles and that. You know what I mean? That was easier to Carl. No, it was from a small cut. Oh, what the toe thing? I imagine what the T virus feels like. Yeah, insane. Cat Orlock said, "What's the big handgun under the machete Bowie?" That is I can't remember what it is now. It's a Daisy 32 shot pellet gun. Jack said, "I went to prison once, but only to visit someone in Hull prison. I drove from Doncaster to Hull in a Robin Reliant. It was in about 1990. I've visited someone in one. I've been in one." And then I got sent on a court day thing once where we were teenagers, and to scare you straight sort of thing, scare you being into a good boy. They made about 6 of us go to a prison for the day, and we had to spend the fucking day like mingling with the fucking prisoners and eating their food. And I think it was to try and scare you. Well, it definitely was to try and scare you. It didn't work though. Not that I'd want to go back nowadays, because prisons nowadays are completely different to what they was then. You know what I mean? You know, who'd want to go to prison anyway, but you know what I mean. Dad said to Iron Man, "I'll go to Tesco's and ask the staff there, they'll know." What was he saying? Oh, the T-virus. Thomas said, "I remember that video, Jack. Looked like fun in the morning, mate." Brandon's Ghost said, "Glad that my brushes with the law didn't end up inside, especially as my hometown nick is the Monster Mansion, like HMP Wakefield." They send you all over the place. When the one I was in was Reading Young Offenders, and Reading Young Offenders, while I was in there, they had people from fucking Bournemouth in there, or Brighton or somewhere right down the coast. Anyway, it was in there. Fucking miles. They do. They'll send you all over the place sometimes. Mark says, "Scum might stay out of the greenhouse." Yeah, nothing like that, luckily. Bremner's Ghost said, "I think the food would put me off more than anything." Oh, that's another sort of thing. The food in there was lovely. You used to have, you'd take your tray down and you'd get fucking lovely fucking chips and beans and fucking fish fingers and pudding and everything. I've probably had better dinner in there than I do here. Because I certainly don't get a pudding now. Iron Man said, "Life is shit enough, let alone being locked up like a dog." Yeah, at least you're alive though. But yeah, I get what you mean there. Jack said, "I have been in a mental asylum, but not a prison." Well, I like to go and visit one of those once for alcoholic reasons. They made me go and talk to a fucking psychiatrist once in this. Have you ever heard of the Haylaker unit? Look that up, the Haylaker unit. It's a fucking secure fucking mental hospital. But I think that was to try and scare me as well. But I remember having to sit there talking to a fucking psychiatrist in that weird place, asking me wherever. I don't know why. They was probably doing setup questions for things. But the only thing I remember is them asking me about fucking where everyone sleeps in the house. But that was probably to get a point of who lives in the house and all that, and who I live with. It's the old bullshit of trying to work out why me and Malcolm used to drink. Because they always think if you're a teenage alcoholic or whatever, there must be a reason. You must have been fucking abused or something. I've never been abused or anything. Nothing bad's ever happened to make me drink. I used to just fucking love drinking, and I was addicted to it. That was all it was. Nothing bad ever spurred me onto drinking as a kid. I just tried drinking once, tried a bit of drink, got pissed, and I fucking loved it. Yeah. I've never, but I will admit, the shit that booze caused in my life then turned me into, you sort of drink to live with the shit you've done, but the drink also causes all the shit that you've done. So it's a vicious circle, it never ends. Pretford said to me, "Have you ever bought fish antibiotics for fish tanks? They're inexpensive compared to pharmacy. Trust me, long story they work." Oh, no, I've never done that, but I have heard about that, Pretford. Rob said, "Oh, Marcus is back at the greenhouse song." Sam said, "I'm off, gents. Phone's about to die. I'll be helping a friend move cattle next few days." Take care, Sam. Thank you for joining in, mate. I may stay on for a bit later, maybe 11:15. Yeah, see you later, Sam. Good having you on, mate. Been a good chat tonight, actually. I like these kind of ones where we've been having a good talk, but been a bit random, but enough to Dad said I had to see a psychiatrist once. Cunt was madder than me. That's saying something. Jack said I was on Notorious Ward 10. The first time I was interviewed by a doctor, it was actually a patient. That's true. Fuck's sake. Fucking hell. For some reason, I can picture the fucking either Bronson, that one, you know, when he's in there, or 12 Monkeys. How they are. But yeah, I used to get fucking sent on a lot of weird shit when I was younger. You know, this would have been about, I don't know what age, but you know, under 20 anyway, you know what I mean? Brandon's guy said, I reckon narcissism is a requirement in the psychiatrist. Be a fucking interesting job, I think, wouldn't it? But I don't know if I'd want to fucking talk to fucking psychotic fucking schizophrenics. Mark said the Jack sounds like Catch Me If You Can. Rob said, and Monk, Marcus. Daniel, right, mate? There's a new sub from Weapons and stuff. Oh, nice. Well, thank you for coming over. Yeah, I think you'll if you like Liam stuff, you should enjoy mine, I reckon. Iron Man said, one of my friends gone mental from drug abuse. He came round mine, I cooked him dinner and he said it was lovely. He turned my back and the rat pulls a knife. I calmed him down and disarmed him. That's a shame, isn't it? That, yeah, that's a fucking real shame. Proves I fucked up, you know. Yeah, that's fucked, isn't it, really? Not more I can say about that. But yeah, it's a fucking shame and fucked up, isn't it? Jack said, I thought it was strange the doctor was wearing a dressing gown. Crazy period of my life. One of my mates, the same one who burnt his hand, it was a bloke called Richard, and he was married to my cousin at one point, so he's pretty much a relative. About 10 years older than me. And he's had 2 psychotic breakdowns. He's an alcoholic. One time he nearly died. I think the second time he nearly died. But right now, he's been in a fucking, not a secure place, but a voluntary place for over, I think he's been in there for nearly 2 years now. Yeah. He ain't drunk for 2 years, but he's not been out in the real world for 2 years. Yeah. Wolf said, I would like to see you building a camp trailer, such as an off-road teardown trailer. I would like to do that. Down the line, something like that might happen, definitely. Marcus said, Rob, never seen Monk. I know what it is, though. Yeah, I've never really watched a lot of Monk, but I know what it is. Iron Man said he hears voices. Yeah, that's it. Dad said, talk to schizophrenics. I've been 2 minds about that. Marcus said, seeing someone on the DTs, yeah, scary. Yeah, I've never had that. Even when I was well, not bad anyway. I probably had it mildly, but never bad. But yeah, he's had all that. But when I actually gave up drinking was the time I was in that young offenders prison, and that's the first time. That's the first time I'd ever stopped drinking for more than 2 weeks. The longest I'd ever give since I started drinking regularly, like every day. I'd never stopped for more than 2 weeks, and that was probably only 2 occasions. You know, I used to have the odd day off. Because we'd got to the stage where I could probably admit this. We even used to. I'll tell you about the one I actually got convicted of, so it won't matter. But we used to get to the stage where if we didn't have booze, we would act like fucking like, you know, druggies do, and we would go to the local fucking budgeons, get a brick, smash the fucking window, run in, only grab like 2 bottles of fucking cider, strongest cider you could get, because that's all we wanted, just wanted to get pissed. Run in, grab the cider, run out, you know. So it was like that kind of stage. But yeah, when I was in that Redden Young Offenders, that was the longest I'd ever given up. And that was fucking weird, though, the first couple of days being off booze properly, but being in that situation, because it's hard enough if you're an alkie being off booze anyway, let alone being off booze and in a prison. And with a fucking infection on your fucking face. Well, that wasn't all that, but it was just, it was bizarre more than anything. Iron Man said crazy people should not be allowed around normal people. Dad said to Iron Man, so you're going to stay at home now then, are you? Yeah. Daniel said, you are the craziest. What's the craziest weapon in your collection that I have? Have you ever had any problems with collecting weapons? I've had the police around my house at least 6 times raiding me, but never for my weapons, ever. And they've never, ever took any. Well, they have took my weapons, but they've always had to bring them back. Everything I have is legal. What's the craziest thing? I don't know. I got a warhammer just there. That could be classed as quite crazy, I suppose. I don't know. Let them lot tell you what my craziest weapon is. Iron Man said Zed, I set myself up there. Count said, when I was a little kid, I drank half a bottle of Cowpole. Totally tripped out. Remember goes, thinking about it, I like a drink most days, but don't like too many because it makes me a nasty git. Not been drunk since 2015. Well, I now only drink once every 3 or 4 months, something like that. But if I do drink, I can't stop until I'm either paralytic or can't stay awake anyway. So I do excessively drink when I do drink, but I can at least now leave it for a special occasion. It's just when I do drink, I go all out. Brian, that's just that's just a cheap sort of wall hanger ninja sword. That's a cheap wall hanger, stainless steel, 440 steel. Samurai sword. Wakizashi now, actually. Under 50 centimeters, which makes it legal. If anyone else is watching. Iron Man said, Mike, well, Warhammer is going to be massive like a Greek Warhammer. Nice one. Now I said, Bremner's goes, it's difficult if you're that type that has to have it. Yeah. Marcus, yeah, I read that. Jack said, do you go in your shed much now? Yeah, I go in there at least once a week now. At least once a week I'm in the shed making something. I try to do one sort of making of video a week now. I ain't done one this week though, or maybe the week before. But yeah, I try to now at least once a week do one video where I make something in the shed. So yeah, a lot more now, Jack. Yeah, once a week at least. I was in there yesterday, I think it was, fixing my Kydex press thing for making my crossbow quivers. Alex, right, mate? Brandon's guy said, if your weapons are mounted on a display, then they're collections. If they are next to the door, then it's hard to justify. Yeah, good point there. Iron Man Spartan said, favourite Greek war film, I like Troy. There's 300 Spartans, 300, not 300 Spartans, 300 Spartans, the original one. 300 count Gladiator. I ain't seen Troy. Oh, the drinking shed. We call that the Wendy house, Jack, or the summer house. No, last time I went out in there was for my birthday and I played poker and I fucking lost. And then after I lost, I carried on drinking and I can't even remember leaving the drinking shed. Yeah, I can't even remember. No, not very often now, Jack. Hardly ever. Because what it used to be, we used to go out, say to when I say a party, it would be something down our local football club, a party down there, like a paid for party, or go to the pub for someone's birthday. And afterwards, we would come back to there. And then we stopped doing that because everyone was always too pissed. So they'd all go in. So I've probably only been in there for a drink 4 times in the last 2 years, probably. Yeah, barely ever. I've just done the roof for it, though. I just fixed the roof. But yeah, for my birthday, I wasn't going to do anything. And then one of my younger brothers said, do you want to play poker in there? Yeah, so we played poker, £5 each. Could have won about 30 quid. I lost. I think I was 4th out. So there was first place, second place, third place winning money. I was 4th out of about 6 or 7, maybe 8. Yeah. I think it's 40 quid possibly. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, and then I can't remember the rest of the night. So it was a good night. Ryan said, I'm the same. Hardly go out drinking, but when I do, I go all out. Yeah, blackout. Yeah, that's it. The amount of times I've woken up in the house, not knowing where I am. The worst one is waking up in a bush. I think the worst one is waking up in the police station. That's the fucking worst one. You wake up and you know you've done something bad and you haven't opened your eyes yet. And I've quite a few times I've laid there and I've thought, I'm in a police station, aren't I? Please say that was a dream. And I've opened my eyes and I actually am in a fucking police station. Yeah, bastard. They're the worst ones ever. I man said, Mike, did you ever have your bedroom in the shed? No. Remner's Ghost said, absolutely, Marcus. My worst things were whiz and chiggers. Booze, I know my limits. In the old days, I was a powder hoover. Yeah, I've never really been massive on any of the other stuff. I used to smoke draw quite often, nearly every day. My thing's always been booze. My drug has always been booze. And I've always drank booze like it was a drug. You know, I took booze like it was a drug purely to get high, not to enjoy, just to get me fucked, basically. That's what I'd like to do. I would love to do some of those beer testings, you know, like Jack does and Electro does now. I can't. I wouldn't be able to. Unless the only way I could work it out, do it on a night out, I could try one of those and then finish the video and then carry on drinking. I'm answered, how many siblings you got? There's me and Mark. I'm the oldest, then Mark. Then we've got 2 other younger brothers and a sister. Bremner said, I'd happy to say last time I had powder was the last time I was drunk. Daryl, he was one of the people playing poker with me. And he said, I'll deal you some better cards next time. Actually, Daryl, I appreciate that. Normally, I have to be the dealer all night, and that does get on your nerves a bit. But yeah, Daryl, cheers. He was the dealer this time of the cards. Don't know what you lot are like for jumping to conclusions. Mark said, Bremner's Ghost, I worked in the booze trades most of my life, and I saw a lot of pub managers who wrecked their lives through booze. Yeah, I bet it's an easy thing to do. My man Spartan said, no, Mike, the worst one is the iced up tent. Waking up and fucking opening your eyes in police station. Fuck me. I hate that one. But I have woke up in the bottom of a bush and thought my face was all crusty feeling. And when I got home, I had all mud all over my face. I'd slept, you know, and I also fell asleep outside a building site that I'd been roaming around in and wandering around on the joists on the second floor while drunk on my own. Came out, fell asleep outside, woke up with everything of my pockets took out, everything, you know, all of my pockets emptied out around me. But luckily nothing had been nicked as far as I know. And then the postman later on saying he'd seen me asleep outside this building site. To my mum. Fuck bastard could have woke me up. What if I don't do them hand movements again? I thought that when I was doing it. Ramner said, funny thing is, Marcus, I worked doors from 20 to 28, then went to running pubs, which is when I lost the plot. Mark said to me, keep meaning to ask you about the grooves you filed into your strike face of the Warhammer. Why is that done? Well, I've assumed it was for 2 things. Make the striking faces sort of smaller and a bit of grip. But I was pretty much just copying things I'd seen. But I think it's for a bit of grip and make those striking surfaces a bit smaller so they do a bit more damage, if you know what I mean. But there may be more to it than that. Richard said, I don't drink at all nowadays. I'm a grumpy bastard as it is. Well, I'm the opposite. I'm a very talkative, happy drinker. No aggression in the fucking slightest. I used to be years ago. That's why I used to get into so much fucking shit when I was younger. But no, if I drink now, I'm talkative, happy, no aggression in the slightest, no anger. Yeah, Zed said to Iron Man, no, the worst one is waking up in a strange bed next to an ugly girl. That probably is worse. I ain't done that one very often, but I normally leave. Mark said, Bremner's goes, it's not easy handling money and having addictions is a bad mix. Yeah, I totally agree with that, Marcus. Bremner said, amen to that. said the horror. Yeah, Iron Man said, a tranny. The dude PX, right, mate? And my dad, a new guy, a lot of money in his 60s who got really drunk in Canada and working in Paris. Fuck's sake. Yeah, well, that fucking is one. All Flux said you spelled genderbender wrong. Count Orlock said, I'm happy drunk. Still shit at flirting though. Yeah, same here. Last time I had a bad flirt with me, she was about 2 foot taller than me and probably about 10 stone heavier than me. And pissed out of her face, kept going, look at the little man, look at the little man. I don't know why the fuck she, because I ain't exactly tall, but I'm not exactly fucking midget either. And then hugging me and asking me to go down her house. Fuck's sake. Bremner's Ghost had really pissed off that the last pub, which is less than 50 yards from my door, has been flattened and made into flats for chavs. Half of our pubs have been like that. My local one, I wouldn't go in it even if you paid me now, unless the fucking the people in there change and the people who own it change. Dude, my uncle has a friend that got wasted in the late 60s, early 70s. And until the day they died, he couldn't agree who drove back from Montreal to Ottawa. 2 hours, fuck's sake. Yeah, different era then, wasn't it? Even over here, you know, it wasn't acceptable, but it was done, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Iron Man said, I'm a happy drunk, but some mug with a chip on his shoulder make me angry. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. My problem is when I'm drinking, I don't get an adrenaline rush. So even if someone tries to piss me off, it doesn't really work because I don't get an adrenaline rush. So I can watch all weird shit happening and it doesn't do anything to me. Whereas if I was sober, that would give me a terrible adrenaline rush. But it's also probably a dangerous thing, you know. Just Bronson, you right, mate? That's sweet Arsenal, dude. Cheers. Camera looks slightly blurry to you, lot. Is that looking normal? Let me look on my live. I'm going to go off in a minute. Oh, no, it does look right. No different than normal, is it? But yeah, I had my fair share of being a fucking right cunt when I was drunk, to the stage of being in pubs and actually stabbing a knife into the bar, stupid shit like that in front of people, and you know, all fucking. Because we're barred from most of the pubs around the area before we'd even been in them. Bremner's Ghost said, what's the fin blade above the M4? Oh, that is a Todd Cutler dagger. I think there's more to the name than that. I'll have to get that down for another stream because I'm going to finish in a minute. But yeah, ask me again, Bremner's Ghost, tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. Iron Man said in World War I they gave the troops rum. Just Bronson said if I had that in my room, dear oh dear. Wolflux said I'm a chill drinker. I'm not angry or overly happy. I just go into weird chilled out trance. It's Confetti Kitty, all right? Jack said, okay, I'm signing out. Yeah, cheers for joining, Jack. That's good. Yeah, I've been on for 15 minutes longer than normal. I'll be off any second. I'll be on again tomorrow, 9 to 11. When they go like this, I quite enjoy it and I don't mind doing a bit longer. The dude PX said, Coyote Arm. After a night of drinking, they wake up and some skank is lying on their arm. You'd rather gnaw your arm off than wake her. Yeah. See you later, Tim. Yeah, I'll get set to go off now. Remnants Go said, never understood why lads take a blade to a pub when they get served a weapon every time they go to a bar. Yeah. Well, I just, you know, when I was younger, I used to, you know, this was, I was probably like 18 at the time, you know what I mean? And I used to do some fucking weird things. But when I was 18, that was 1998. So, yeah. I ain't proud of it, but yeah. Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow about 9 o'clock. Yeah, as long as nothing comes up. I highly doubt it will. Quite a good stream. Fucking boiling up though. Right. I'll see you all tomorrow. I won't say see you later to every single person on, but yeah. Cheers for watching, everyone. See you tomorrow about 9 o'clock. Right. Good night. Cheers for watching. Don't forget to like the stream before you go if you haven't. See you later.